Most guys are overconfident. They believe they have everything figured out, so they don't bother learning anything new. It's pathetic. There is ancient wisdom out there that can transform your life and help you achieve your biggest goals. But it only works if you put your ego aside and adopt a student mindset. Overview. We will go over 9 Stoic rules for success. These rules were established over 2,000 years ago and have guided many people throughout history. I encourage you to stay until the end to learn all the rules and how to apply them to your life. Rule 1. Always a student. For some reason, many guys online have huge egos. They often say things like, "Be a leader, never a follower." Those who say this lack a student mindset because, at its core, a student is a follower, someone who follows their teacher's lessons. To become a great leader, you must first learn how to be a great follower. We all need to recognize when to step back and let someone more qualified take the lead. According to Epictetus, each of us is both a teacher and a student, constantly on the path of self-improvement. This journey is not linear. It's a spiral where you follow someone ahead of you and someone else follows you in turn. The notion that you should always be a leader and never a follower is nonsense. It's ego-driven and prevents you from being a good student. Humble yourself and embrace the student mindset. Rule 2. Speak with the dead. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, sought the counsel of a wise man after losing all his wealth, asking how he could live the best life. The wise man advised Zeno to speak with the dead. What did he mean by that? Was he suggesting talking to ghosts or spending time in cemeteries? No, of course not. The wise man was referring to reading books because it is through books that we truly communicate with people who are no longer with us. Their bodies may be rotting in the ground or long since turned to dust, but on the pages of a book they remain alive and well. We can gain wisdom from both the living and the dead by reading books from ancient times and modern days, absorbing wisdom instantly. You would be foolish not to take advantage of this. I've put together a list of my top 25 books that every man should read. You can find the link in the description below. Remember, not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers, so read. Rule 3. Conquer your mornings. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, was revered by many, but in reality he was an ordinary man of flesh and blood, just like you and me. Even Marcus Aurelius had days when he felt lazy and wanted to stay under his warm covers. However, what set him apart was that he resisted these temptations and took care of his tasks early in the morning. He knew that conquering the morning was the key to conquering the day and ultimately succeeding in life. Personally, I use 2 actions to ensure a productive morning. First, I write down the most important tasks the night before, so I don't waste time figuring out what to do when I wake up. Second, I engage in some form of physical activity. Not necessarily intense exercise, but enough to get my body moving and my mind awake. After that, I dive into action and tackle the morning head-on. Remember to keep things simple. You don't need a complicated or lengthy morning routine. Rule 4. Ask yourself if it's necessary. Most guys focus on tasks that don't really matter. They complete a lot of unimportant tasks and delay what they know is truly important, convincing themselves they've been productive. But completing unnecessary tasks isn't productivity. It's stupidity, self-sabotage even. And you'll never achieve anything significant this way. Marcus Aurelius once said that the attention you give to any action should be in due proportion to its worth. This means if a task isn't worth much, you shouldn't give it much attention. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, so don't waste time on irrelevant tasks. Instead, delegate or ignore them and concentrate on the tasks that will truly move the needle. The next time you're working on something, ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now even important? Rule 5. Focus on what's under your control. Many guys worry about things beyond their control. They get worked up over issues like other people's actions, politics, or problems with the modern world. It's pointless. The Stoics emphasized focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we can't. Understanding this makes you more practical and prevents you from wasting time worrying about things that don't matter, allowing you to focus on achieving your goals. Rule 6. Don't suffer from imaginary problems. As men, it's natural to think about potential problems and dangers. Life isn't always easy. However, if we think about it, most of the negative scenarios we imagine never actually happen. Seneca said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Try to stay present and calm. What you fear is less likely to occur than you think. Rule 7. Be strict with yourself, intolerant with others. It's essential to have strong principles and firm beliefs about what's right and wrong, but we should also be compassionate and forgiving towards others. This doesn't mean we should tolerate unjust or malicious behavior, but we don't need to judge everyone who doesn't act exactly as we want. Leading by example is often a more effective way to positively impact others. Rule 8. Remember that you die. Every day, Seneca noted that we often think of death as something far off in the future, but in reality, death is happening to us right now. Every passing moment belongs to death. We are continually approaching it and will never get back the time that's gone. Death isn't distant, it's with us now. Therefore, we must live while we can, avoid procrastination, and make the most of our time while it's still ours. Rule 9. Embrace the storm. Life doesn't always go as planned, it is unpredictable. Even Marcus Aurelius faced challenges beyond his control, but he chose to see events positively and use them to his advantage. In life, both good and bad things will happen. There will be sunny days and dark, rainy days, and sometimes even a vicious storm. It's up to you to decide how to deal with them. Either find the positive in what happens and use it to your advantage, or live in constant frustration and regret. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.